what can only be described as an epic battle of skill, concentration, and attention to detail, the Wines of South Africa Sommelier Cup 2019 was the highlight event on this year's wine calendar. Following several rigorous semi-final rounds in various countries, a total of 11 finalists from around the world competed in the grand final on the 21st of September 2019, held at the lavish Vineyard Hotel and Spa in Cape Town. The final 11 included sommeliers Martien Marcelissen from the Netherlands, Adam Knoerzer from the USA, Derek Lee from Hong Kong, Maja Hempel from Sweden, Richelle van Gemmert from the United Kingdom, Chek Wong from Singapore, Samuel Ndichu from Kenya, Andrew Forsyth from Canada, Maximilian Wilm from Germany, Takura Makadzange from Zimbabwe, and Taku Iguru from Japan. The grand finale was judged by a selection of local and international judges. The international panel included Marc Almer from Germany, who was the overall winner of this competition in 2016. Marc also currently holds the title of ASI Best Sommelier in the World. He was joined on the panel by Ronan Sayburn from the UK and Søren Polonius from Sweden. The local judging panel are all members of the South African Sommelier Association. Chairman of SASA, Barry Schofield, Spencer Fondomilier, and Associate Judge Minenhle Mtombeni made up the local contingent of judges. Semi-finalists started their day with a blind tasting of 3 wines where they had to identify the variety and region where the grapes were grown, as well as the year of vintage, while also identifying flavor components on each of the wines. The second element of the day comprised a theory test, which delved into the history of South African winemaking, key wine varietals for the region, and questions that pushed semi-finalists to draw from their own experiences and knowledge in marketing and the promotion of South African wines abroad. The third element of the morning was a practical test, which saw semi-finalists reenact a traditional table service as one would find in a restaurant. After a tense lunch break, the semi-finalists reconvened to find out which of them had made it to the top 3 positions. The afternoon's event was hosted by MC and radio DJ Guy MacDonald in front of an audience of local wine trade, media, and other sommeliers. You could cut the tension with a knife, as all 11 semi-finalists took to the stage to find out who had made the final cut as the top 3 finalists were announced. In the end, it was Maja Hempel from Sweden, Derek Lee from Hong Kong, and Richelle van Gemmert from the United Kingdom, whose names were called, and were to compete in the final practical assessment in front of an audience of roughly 100 guests. The pressure was on, as all 3 had to complete 3 tough final assignments, including an MCC pouring challenge, a blind tasting of 4 region-specific Chenin Blanc wines, where they had to identify the soil type and region in which the vines were grown. The final element proved to be the toughest of the lot, a port tong bottle opening exercise. In the end, it was Richelle van Gemmert, originally from the Netherlands but residing in the United Kingdom, who was crowned as overall winner of the 2019 Wines of South Africa Sommelier Cup.
It's amazing. I didn't expect it. I was working hard for it, obviously. I love South African wines and I studied a lot. I sell them naturally because I just love them. And watching you, what you are doing. It's just, it's hard. I learned from all the experiences, and I can take this experience again to even sell more South African wines and show guests how good South African wines are. And it's not only the bulk wines, how it's often been seen. There are some real quality wines coming from South Africa, and it's very nice to show guests that, and yeah, to make them enthusiastic as well.
The whole idea around the Sommelier Cup is to educate people on South Africa and to create ambassadors. And it's focused really on the service industry, or shall we say business to consumer. So what you've seen today is really the pinnacle or the end bit of a year's work of building ambassadors. So it is really about knowledge building and creating ambassadors and also seeding in countries. And I think thrown into that is a bit of wine tourism as well, because all of these people here today will be visiting wine farms and wine regions and gearing up information on wines, on offerings, and taking that back and really recommending that other people travel to South Africa.
Following the competition, all 11 finalists embarked on a tour of the South African winelands. They visited some of the Cape's most prestigious wineries, tasted award-winning wines and met their winemakers, and got to experience true South African hospitality. They also got to explore the wonderfully diverse cuisine on offer, all against the backdrop of some of the world's most breathtakingly beautiful winelands.
Yeah, it's really amazing and so exciting, and it was awesome to see all the guys performing on stage, and they were shaking a little bit, but that's what it's all about. It's all about theatre, it's all about this amazing event and how the guys perform.
You know, I think one of the main things that it does is it showcases to a really strong international crowd of sommeliers just how good South African wines are. And I know that they all go away totally thrilled about what they get to see and the places they go and the food and the scenery, you know, which is incredible, the people, you know, everything, you know, they go away as real, true ambassadors for South African wine. So I think it's a great incentive. There's not many people that do it as well as South Africa does it. So I think, you know, hats off to them. You know, it's a really well organized event.